And now we're handing over. We're coming together today to discuss the next wonder of the world that's waiting for you, which is Taj Mahal in India. We can do a little better than that, can't we? Are you excited? Woo! Let's do this. You are all booked on the Taj Mahal Platinum excursion that will be leaving the ship. You stay in a hotel and return. For that purpose, you are now the experts. We have this talk, it's a Q&A, and we will answer all the questions that you have. Normal procedure, we will present to you what you're going to expect, and then we will open it up for questions to make sure all your questions are answered. We have a destination expert, and she dressed up today. Let's give a round of applause to our lovely Anna. Without further ado, let's get started and enjoy the show.
For some good morning, for some good afternoon. Are we excited? Welcome officially to India, and let's slowly start our way. And of course, okay, here it is. We are gonna be arriving in India on the 1st of May, which is gonna be pretty soon if I'm corrected. And we're gonna be there all the way until the 5th, which is Mumbai. Let me give you a little bit more explanation about the amazing sites that we're actually gonna visit on this tour. Taj Mahal. Who of you knows the amazing history of Taj Mahal? Okay, I do have some hands up. So one of the emperors in 17th century, more or less, built it for his favorite wife. You can imagine he had 13 wives, so he built it for his favorite one. They say that this is one of the prettiest architecture from Islamic culture. It took approximately 20 years to build it, and 20,000 workers. So I'm gonna tell you a rumor now. You know how on the ship we have rumors? This rumor comes all the way from India. It is not a very nice one, that when they built it, they cut all the fingers from all the workers working on it, so they could never build a beauty such as this one. So even though it has a very beautiful side as well, has a negative side to it. Second beauty that we're gonna visit is the Agra Fort, which is as well known as the Red Fort of Agra. First it was a military base and royal residence, but the emperor that we mentioned that built the Taj Mahal for his late wife, his son, one of the 50 sons that he had, decided to take him from the throne down. And this is where he stayed until his death. When he died, he was buried right next to his wife in Taj Mahal. So even after their death, they were laying right next to each other for the rest of their lives. So I'm gonna start now the process before the tours as itself. When I come to the tours, what I will kindly ask you, I know that there are two groups, group number 1, group number 2. Group number 2, please do not sleep while I'm talking about group 1. And group 1, please do not sleep while I'm talking about group 2. Why? They are same. It's just different ports that we're going from. So please keep the attention the whole time, stay awake, and then follow my lead through the whole tour. Documents and dispatch, passport collection and immigration. Invitations has been sent from guest services for today and tomorrow to go through immigration and to collect your passport. Some of them need to have an Indian immigration on board, some of you do not, so please do not freak out if you did not do the immigration. And then after that, we will have the tour dispatch process. You will have written on your tickets, tour meeting time and tour meeting location. What I want to make sure, even though you have immigration on board, this is not the only immigration that needs to be covered through India. So before every port, for example, before Cochin, then in Goa, and then in Mumbai, I'm gonna give you a small explanation how the immigration process will go there as well, inside the terminal building with the immigration officers, so you are aware. Keep in mind that in India, apparently everything takes a little bit of time, so the immigration per person can take up from 3 to 7 minutes. So please be patient with us in case there are a little bit of congestions inside the terminals or at immigration. Let's continue. Stickers and luggage tags. Bus assignment. When you open your tickets, On the important notes, and I'm going to show you later on how it looks like, you have the important tour description, tour notes. So there you have written your bus assignments. So you have already been checked for the bus that you're going to be put on. Luggage tags. This is maybe the most complicated explanation that I'm going to give it to you, so please bear with me for a moment. You're going to have 2 nights in different hotels. One hotel will be in Delhi, one hotel will be in Agra. Why is it important to have luggage tags? So we know to which hotel you are allocated on. You're going to have a train ride all the way from Delhi to Agra, and then when you leave the train, you will need to board the buses again. So it's easier for them as well when they see a luggage tag on your luggage to know to which bus you actually belong to. So you do not, if you have, for example, Delhi, ITC Maurya, and you have Agra, ITC Mughal as your hotels, on your luggage, you do not need to put 229s or 231s. 129, 131 per luggage, and that goes the same for all the hotels. Are we okay with that? Okay. As I said, tour tickets. As you know, as of now, on all of your tours, you have the meeting time and meeting location. Please follow the meeting time written on your tickets. As I said, we do expect slight congestions at the immigration, so please do not come to check in 1 hour before your tour. You will end up staying for a very long time in the venue. As well, we have many guests that are leaving on tours that day, so we need to make sure that everyone has given the same opportunity to go at their own disrespected time. So please just be there on the meeting time and meeting location on your tickets. As well, as you see here, you have the sticker number written, your flight details, then the hotel that you are staying in, hotel then in Agra with the luggage tags, and the return flight at what time it is. Keep in mind that the tours will be coming shortly before the on-board time. You will have very long driving times, very long flights, so it's going to be as well very early mornings. And let's start with what to bring. Passports and visas. Whichever passport you booked your cruise with, whichever passport you booked your tours with, have them with yourself. Even if you have 3 passports, bring all 3 passports with yourself. Why? For hotel check-ins. You do not need your passports for Agra Fort or for Taj Mahal, but you will need them for your flights and for your hotels, and as well your visas. Your C-Pass card, it's not a turnaround day, so you won't need any new C-Pass card. The same C-Pass card that you leave the ship with, you're using the same ones to come back to the ship. Power bank. As I said, bring as many as you can. As I said, you're gonna have very long days, very early mornings, long driving times. Bring power banks with yourself because we all want those amazing pictures from all the stops that we're gonna visit. And you need medication, sunscreen, hat, and sunglasses. It's gonna be 40 Celsius in India. May is one of the hottest months that they have over here. So please prepare yourself accordingly. You do not need to be white from your sunscreen, but make sure that you apply it in a regular basis. Change of clothes, 1 hand luggage per person, 1 carry-on luggage per person, cash for personal expenses, and credit cards. When we talk about cash, I just want to make a note that inside the hotels you will have a currency exchange office where you will be able to actually change it for local currency. What to wear? So when we come to Taj Mahal and Agra Fort, there's no special dress code. You do not need to have your shoulders covered. You do not need to have your knees covered. You need to wear comfortable walking shoes. As I said, it's going to be long days, so keep something on your feet that can help you go through the whole day. When you are arriving in Taj Mahal, they will give you cover-ons for your shoes for the visit. As soon as the visit is done, you take the cover shoes off and then just give it to the local people. So that is the only thing that is required from their side. As I said, daytime is they expect approximately 40 Celsius. In the evening, you can maybe bring a light jacket with yourself just to make sure if it is a little bit chiller to have something to put across your shoulders. What to pack? How much of carry-on and check-in luggage is allowed? Is this gonna be enough? Are we sure? I know 2 days and 2 nights and 3 days is a very long time, so I do believe that this would be enough per person. So you're allowed carry-on luggage 7 kilos per person and check-in luggage 15 kilos per person. What's very important? You do not leave the luggages the night before outside of your rooms. You need to take them to the check-in point for your tour. You do not need to come all the way down with your luggage. One person in your group can take all the tickets, while the second one is, for example, taking an eye on the luggage. You take them down, you check in with us, and then you sit in your designated area. Check-in luggage. If you are carrying it yourself, please make sure that you're the one that's gonna check it in at the airport. Then when the flight is done, you need to recollect it at the belt station. So there's no luggage assistance inside the airport from our side. So you check it in, and then you need as well to pick it up and then re-meet with your tour guide, okay? Tour meeting location, as you know as of now, will be in the Royal Theatre and then Tropical Theatre. I'm sorry, I'm still on my previous ship, even though I'm here for 5 months. And then let's start with our tours. As you know, we have 2 groups. Group number 1 is leaving from Cochin to Goa, which is going to be May 1st to May 3rd. And then the second group is leaving from Goa, May 3rd to May 5th. They are completely the same. And at this point, we are not able to move you from group to group. All the flights and hotels have been confirmed and allocated per person. And let's slowly start with our first group and the immigration process when we arrive in Cochin. As I said, group 2, please do not sleep during this, okay? So, Cochin, even though if you had a face-to-face immigration at the ship, you will still have a face-to-face immigration at the terminal building. So you still need your passports and visas. You will exit the ship when your group is called out. You will have a face-to-face immigration ashore inside the terminal building. You will cross through the terminal building, and then on the other side you will meet our tour buses. I'm sorry, I just forgot to say, after immigration you will have customs. So when you cross through customs, you walk and there will be your tour buses aligned. Now I'm going to give you a brief explanation how your day will look like. Later on we will have a summary of it with approximate timings. So later on you can have your phones up, take a picture of it. Keep in mind, as I said, this is approximate timings. Ship's arrival to Cochin should be around 1-2 p.m. Some of you are meeting a little bit earlier, some of you are meeting later. Why is that important? We have 2 flights. One of them is earlier in the afternoon, one of them is in the evening. So we needed as well to separate a certain number of people to which flight they go to. Then you will make your way to the Cochin airport, and then you will have a flight from Cochin to Delhi. And then one group will arrive at the hotel approximately 8:30, and they will have dinner served by, let's say, 9:30, 10:30. Next group will have light dinner served on board. Why? Because they're gonna arrive in their hotels very late, around 30 minutes past midnight. Oh yeah, I know. Let me show you the next slide. Next day will be a very early day. Approximately around 5:30, you will need to be already in the lobby. So please keep in mind, you're gonna have 2 flights long driving time. So make sure that you take your sleep then, okay? Then you will have an early breakfast, and then you will make your way all the way to the train station, where you will have a train ride from Delhi to Agra. Regarding your luggage will need to be outside of your rooms as well with you. You take them to the buses. Then you take them inside the train, and then when you exit the train, you will need to reboard them inside the buses. We will have people to help, tour guides, let's say, and assistants to help you as well board the luggage inside the buses at that occasion. Then you will have the amazing visit of Agra Fort, approximately hour and a half, and then after that you will make your way to the second hotel. You will check in your hotel. By this time I do believe that everyone will be hungry, I will be as well. You will have lunch served, a little bit time to refresh yourself, and you will have an evening visit of Taj Mahal. On this day, I heard some oohs. On this day, on the second day, they will allow you approximately 30 minutes shopping time on one of the locations. The tour guide will make sure that you have allocated 20 to 30 minutes, because everyone wants a souvenir from Taj Mahal and Agra Fort, isn't it? So they will try to make 20 to 30 minutes for you, and then in the evening you're gonna have dinner served with live music playing. And then, as we said, we will as well have the hotel check-in, which will be in between Agra Fort and Taj Mahal. And then this will be your last day. Okay, please make sure that you have good night's sleep before that. Around 4:30 a.m. you will need to be inside the lobby.
Yeah.
Thank you, I tried. Why? You were gonna have a bus ride all the way from Agra to Delhi, which is gonna be 4 hours long, in order to catch up for your flight from Delhi to Goa. Boxed breakfast will be served on the buses itself. I will show you later on when we do a little bit of a summary what will be included in the boxed breakfast. I just want to make sure if anyone has dietary restrictions, requirements, please let us know by tonight so we can send it all the way to our tour operators and hotels that they are aware of it. So as I said, you will have boxed breakfast, 4 hours driving time all the way to Delhi. So, please do not shout now at me, let me finish my sentence. There won't be any restroom stops. But there are restrooms inside the bus. Why? Because as I said, they need to catch up with their flights, and then at the same time, both of the groups from group number 1 will have the same flight back to the ship. Bus back to the ship, you will arrive almost on the on-board time. So if you see, please do not panic if you're a little bit delayed. It's not a problem. We will be aware of it. We will be in touch with the tour operator all the time. So even if hopefully not, but even if the tours are delayed a little bit, we will be aware of it. So do not panic, okay? Okay. And at this point, you have already arrived in Goa. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of information about immigration process in Goa. You will exit the bus in the terminal building. You will go through the face-to-face immigration. The buses will pick you up on the other side of the terminal building and drop you off at the ship. That means you're back on board. And group 1 will be finalized with your return time in Goa. And now we go to group number 2. Woohoo! How many of group 1 do I have here? Group 2?
Yeah.
I feel that group 2 is less excited on this. Thank you. Group number 2. You're gonna have the exact same process, but slightly different. You will meet with us on board. We will escort you to your tour buses. You will board the buses. They will bring you to the terminal building. You leave the buses, go through face-to-face immigration and customs, and then you board your buses again. And then you make your way to the amazing Agra Fort and Taj Mahal. So as I said, now it's the same layout. Just on the first day, the timings are a little bit different than for group number 1. You will leave the ship in Goa. You will have a flight from Goa to Delhi, and then in the evening you will have a hotel check-in and dinner served. Day 2, you maybe will be excited, like, oh my God, will our day be as day 2 for group 1? Yes, it will be the same. Again, you will have an very early morning with your luggages. You will have very early breakfast. You will have the train from Delhi to Agra. Again, visit of Agra Fort and Taj Mahal with 20-30 minutes allocated for souvenir shoppings. In the meantime, you will have hotel check-in in Agra and lunch, and then in the evening, you will have again dinner served with live music. And day 3, 4:30 a.m. inside the lobby approximately. No restroom stops. Restroom inside the buses. Toilet paper will be provided.
You say that.
Then you will have a flight from Delhi to Mumbai. You should be back on the ship approximately 3:30 p.m. Okay? Which on-board time is, if I'm correct, at 4:30, we should be set sailing up to 5 p.m. Yes, it is exhausting, I heard that one. But you will make it. It's just 3 days, 2 nights. Then you're gonna have some sea days in future ports and you're gonna sleep a little bit. Then when you arrive in Mumbai, you're gonna have the same immigration process. You leave your buses in front of the terminal building, you go through immigration and customs, you board your buses again outside on the other side of the terminal building, and then they drop you off at the ship. And let me give you now a small overview how your day will look like. As I said, this is a summary and these are approximate timings. I see all the phones going up now, like this is going to be for group number 1. So as you see, some of you are disembarking the ship around 2 p.m., some of you around 4 p.m. Then you have the transfer to Cochin Airport. Flights are as well different. The flight time is approximately 2.5 to 3 hours long. You will have dinner served around already 10 p.m. or on board the flight, and then you have a very late hotel check-in. Just to make sure, if some of you want to skip the dinner inside the hotel, let your tour guide know because they will give you the keys. There is, my brain froze, room service, but it will be at an additional cost. That means at your own expense if you decide to skip this dinner and order some food for yourself inside the room. Then the next morning, 5:30 a.m., luggage inside the lobby. You will have breakfast, train ride approximately 2 hours, 1 hour more or less for the Agra Fort visit, lunch and hotel check-in, Taj Mahal visit in the evening hours, and dinner served as well in the evening with live music playing. Next day, meeting at the hotel 4 a.m. Departure from hotel 4:30 a.m. Box breakfast served. Then you will have travel to the Delhi airport. As you see, it is quite long, so you will get at least some good morning sleep inside the buses. Then you will have flight to Goa and transfer to the ship, and arrival at the port should be around 3 p.m. Group number 2, can I see your phones up now? Woohoo! You should be disembarking the ship around 10 a.m. You will have the transfer to Goa airport, less 1 hour. Arrival in Delhi, and then flight from Goa to Delhi, transfer to hotel and check-in, and then you should be having dinner served from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Early morning, 5:30 a.m., luggage drop-off inside the hotels, breakfast, train, Agra Fort visit, lunch and hotel check-in, evening Taj Mahal visit, dinner served with live music. Next day, meeting at 4 a.m., departure from hotel at 4:30 a.m., travel to Delhi airport 4 hours, flight to Mumbai, it's a little bit less than the first group, 2 hours, and then you should be arriving at the ship around 3:30 p.m. So now I want to make sure that, so this is the map. I want to show you something, that you're all doing the same route. It's just from different towns, different cities. So group 1 will be leaving from Cochin all the way to Delhi, visit Agra, drive back to Delhi 4 hours, and then have a flight all the way to Goa. Second group will be going from Goa all the way to Delhi, visit Agra, drive back to Delhi 4 hours with no restroom stops, fly to Mumbai airport. So at this point, I know that you all have questions. So let me try to answer some of them first, okay? Foldables, wheelchairs, and scooters can be accommodated. They need to be put inside the check-in luggage, and they do have additional charge. Big lens cameras and selfie sticks can be taken on the tour. Laptops, chargers, power banks cannot go inside the check-in baggage. They must be in the carry-ons. Water will be provided inside the buses at all the times. You will have as well during the lunch and dinner, you will have refreshments served as well. There is a currency exchange inside the hotels, as I said before. Walking distance is approximately 750 meters or 0.5 miles on each location, Taj Mahal and Agra Fort as itself. Shoe cover, as I said, is mandatory in Taj Mahal and it will be provided. And this is for the lunch box for the last morning, what will be served. Vegetable sandwich, vanilla muffin, crude Danish, a whole banana, a whole apple, and you will get a little bit of a Tetra Pak juice. And at this point,